All right, Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All praises
to
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'Hashem.
Ba'Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Double honors to the apostles.
Double honors to the apostles
Of Great Millstone.
Great Millstone.
And salutations to all you Akim laboring in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, this is basically this is an impromptu lesson, okay, about enduring afflictions.
Right.
You know, and basically enduring your tests, because when you in this knowledge, you're gonna be tested, man.
That's right.
You know, and a lot of times, a lot of you guys, you fell miserably, man.
That's right.
You know, I mean, there's been times I might have fell, but I think back to the scriptures, man, and that's what we gotta do. We gotta remember what the scriptures say to do, you know. So we're gonna hit the scriptures, you know. This is I guess a character builder, you know, and some people gonna get cut by it or whatever. I mean, we both been cut by these scriptures or whatever,
right.
And that's what the scriptures is there for, is for reproofs and a way of life. Okay,
that's right.
But until a lot of you brothers, man, you gotta really learn how to apply these scriptures to yourself, man. You know. Matter of fact, you got something?
Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Right, and Habakkuk was one of the prophets, man.
That's right.
And he was waiting, you know, to see what the Most High was going to say to him. Meaning, in other words, because the prophets, like the lesson we was doing, they were always crying, how long?
That's right.
How long? That's what they wanted to know.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And really, that's what you're supposed to be worried about, man. You ain't supposed to be occupied in all this little bullshit that ain't got nothing to do about nothing, man.
That's right. Madness.
You know? Yeah, madness, man. But he said, look, I'm gonna wait to answer, see what he say when I'm reproved. Go ahead.
And the word reproved is the Hebrew word thawakachaha, which means rebuke, correction, reproof, punishment, chastisement.
Right. And look, the scriptures say, I'm sorry, brother. The scriptures tell you the very true beginning of this truth of wisdom is the love of reproof.
That's right.
Right? So you gotta actually learn how to love it and you get accustomed to being reproved, or not necessarily being reproved. Like every day a brother gotta get on you, but some brothers you do gotta ride them, you know? Right. You got knuckleheads, man. Like you got sons, some certain sons, they'll get it. Like you say something to one, like, look, you know, you give them that look, and he get right in line. Nah, daddy said don't do that, or mom, you know, right. Nah, that's it. And you got other sons like, nah, sorry, we'll be all right. They'll test you more. Then, you know, you pop upside his head, you know, then you punch the nigga in the chest or whatever.
That's right.
Then when you take off that belt or something, or get a switch and really tan his hide, then he finally, you know, he chill out. Right. He don't want no more. Right. You know, some knucklehead kids got to get it more than others.
That's right.
You know, and you know yourself. You know how I know I was stubborn and shit. You know, I had to get a lot of ass whoopings coming up as a youngin'. I remember, it's funny because you remember we were talking about this last time when I was in Chicago with you, and you was telling me some of your sessions, you know, but that's as a child. But now when you come into this knowledge, the Lord does the same thing. So when you come into this knowledge and they tell you, and if you remember, hold that in the pocket for 2 hours, tell you how wisdom would bring you by crooked ways so she could trust your soul. You know, because it's all a test, man. It's all a test, man. A lot of guys bug out. A judgment might come down on guy, and this happened in the past, and it still happens. A judgment come down on a guy gets all, you know, and that's the spirit too, revealing a dude that ain't right, you know? Because if you was right, you sit there and take the judgment, man. Hey, King David said what? Let the righteous smite me.
That's right.
For it should be a kindness to me. It should be like thy precious oil upon my head. You see?
That's right.
You got the other scripture, or you looking for that one?
I'm looking for that one.
Yeah, it's in is it the 4th chapter?
I know, that's what I was saying. I don't feel like it's gleaning too hard to my. I thought it was the 4th. Wisdom of Solomon, to my knowledge, or is it?
It's one in Wisdom of Solomon, and it's the other one is in Ecclesiasticus.
Okay, that's right. And I'm blending,
it's in 2 places.
I'm blending both of them.
Okay,
so
no problem.
That's why I was going to, cheat.
Yeah, nah, just grab. Yep. Hey, brother. Look, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Hey, brother.
It's Sirach 4.
4, right? The 4th chapter. Okay. Yeah. Look, we in this flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Through the Spirit of the Lord, we got that's why it ain't no excuse for nobody to not be on fire, man.
That's right.
You know, you're supposed to be on fire for this truth, man. You're supposed to be out there teaching. If you got a camp, you should be camping with your camp, man. And you shouldn't be at the camp, like the scriptures speak about, doing this thing unwillingly, man.
That's right.
You know, you playing yourself, man. At the end of the day,
right.
You ain't playing the Most High. You playing yourself, man.
That's right.
And you gonna stick out like a sore thumb. And a lot of you, that I hate getting on brothers or whatever. That ain't my thing, man. I want brothers to all be right and make it.
That's right.
But that's not reality, man.
That's right.
You know, a lot of you guys stick out like a sore thumb. But go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 4:17.
But start at like the 15 or 14. Is it might be 15.
I'll start with 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations.
Right. What's that speaking about? Giving ear to this truth, the word. So if you give ear to this truth, you're gonna judge the nations. Meaning what? You're gonna come out of this world. You're gonna overcome this world. All right. And one of the things of this world is pride, man.
That's right, buddy.
Scriptures tell you got to overcome that pride. A lot of you niggas still ain't get over that pride demon, man. A lot of you coming with that old nigga mentality, man. You know?
Something real quick.
Yeah.
Sirach 10:12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High.
Right, and you don't even know it, man. That's what's, man, look, man. I'm terrible. Like the brothers made the video about the brothers that got killed and they was in the Jersey camp before or whatever. And then you got other brothers that get the Most High bring judgment on that used to be in the camp and scoffers. I mean, hey, good for them niggas. Anybody that turned their back on, hell, if I turned it, same goes for me.
That's right.
I'm praying not to. I'm praying that the Lord allow me to finish my course with the rest of the Akim.
That's right.
But anybody turn their back on you, how about Shem Yahushua? Fuck all of them, man.
That's right.
You know? But that's, at the same time, it makes you scared and make you fearful and make you wonder, like, damn.
That's right.
I pray I don't get bugged out or get them demons. Because you see these niggas got demons on them.
That's right.
And so I pray the Lord don't allow me to, suffer that faith, man.
That's right.
You know?
The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High.
Because then you departing from the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not thinking about the scriptures. You're thinking like an old nigga.
That's right.
You think you're going back, like the scriptures say, the dog returned to his vomit,
That's
his
right.
own vomit.
That's right.
You going back to the old, maybe you was an old street nigga, old gangbanging, an old bitch ass nigga in the world. Maybe you was an old hustler. You was an old con man.
That's right.
You was an old junkie. You was just an old nigga out there.
That's right.
Now, by you being prideful, you turning back into that same old nigga, man.
It's refusing the chastisement of the Lord.
And then you refuse the chastisement of the Lord. You're looking at it like, oh, it's men getting on you. Oh, who are these men? Apostle men in New York and this and that. You don't even understand that it's the Spirit of the Lord, okay, using these men, which is his counsel,
That's right.
the counsel of the Lord, that's reproving you, trying to straighten you up so you can make it, man. But instead you get, oh man, you called me a bitch, you called me this and that. The scriptures tell you not to sit there and worry about every word spoken against thee, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, and his heart or mind is turned away from his maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abominations.
Right, pride is the beginning of sin. Because for you, especially you doing willful sins, like if you know something and you still go ahead and do it, like if a brother say, look, you know what, she got a man. You can't do that, that's adultery.
Right.
Now, if that pride getting you, fuck that, man. He ain't in the truth.
Right.
Man, he don't even really be over there like that, man. I've been watching this chick. This chick ain't, she lonely.
She be fucking other niggas.
Yeah. She a thought, she just a hoe.
Yeah.
That's that pride, man.
That's right.
Because you didn't want to listen to what the brother was saying.
That's right.
That's why a lot of guys fall off. You see him, now you don't type Israelites.
That's right.
Because of that pride, man. That pride get all up in them and that's that. You can't, they gone. There ain't no saving. The scriptures say pride goeth before destruction. And you watch them be destroyed, man. You watch them start foaming out the mouth, right? All kind of demons just pouring out of them, saying things that they never would have said before, going back on their word that, against what they said, the spiritual pact that we all made with Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Because whether you know this or not, you made a spiritual pact with the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, to continue in this work, all right?
That's right.
To continue in righteousness, man. Not to look back, not to deviate,
That's right.
not to slander your men, all right, that you once praised,
Yeah.
The men of the Lord. You understand?
The Lord said, if you make a vow to him, you better keep it.
Yeah. Well, but the Lord made this. He called us in here, man.
That's right.
He made this vow with us, man. He said, look, if you put your hand to the plow and look back, you're not worthy, man.
That's right.
What was the name of the video that the brothers named that? The Jersey Brothers?
Judgment.
The Most High's judgment on
it was judgment.
on a man who drew back.
Right.
You know, going into Hebrews 10, the scripture was at Hebrews 10 and 32. Matter of fact, if you could get that for me real quick,
Hebrews 10 and 32.
Yep, and then come back to that, and then we come back to the other scriptures, Lord willing.
Right, Hebrews 10:32. But call to remembrance the former days in which after ye were illuminated,
start at 30. I'm sorry, brother.
Hebrews 10 and 30. For we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Most High shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Brother, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. So, you know, you got a lot of guys, and, you know, we go through this all the time, but it's that whole same thing going back during the time of Moses. Here it is with Dathan, Corey,
that's right,
Abiram, and them other niggas that was amongst them. You had a bunch of niggas, a lot of niggas out there, man. A lot of niggas.
Well known, renowned amongst the congregation.
Right, they were well known. Yeah. They had the love, they had the ear of certain people or whatever. That's why the Lord said, look, found out a multitude to do
evil, right?
Do evil, because why? You seen where it led them niggas, man.
Yeah, a new thing happened.
Yeah, exactly. The Most High swallowed them niggas, man.
That's right.
But you always had them niggas saying, who the hell is it? You just a man.
Right.
That's that demon.
That's right.
When you first came into the truth, you wasn't on that, right?
There was double honors.
Right. Yeah, they be on double honors.
Right.
You know? Now, there's certain guys out there that might have kept that pack or whatever they got put out. They just doing the work. They doing their own. Being quiet, right? They're not being busybodies and so forth and so on. They just, you know, they acknowledge Yahweh Shem outside the truth. They didn't speak evil of the men that taught them, right? You got them brothers, and you know, hey, the Lord, if they part of the fold, they're gonna get brought back in. Whoever's a part of the fold overall is gonna be brought back into the fold.
That's right.
You understand? But now you niggas out there that broke that covenant, went back into the world, stopped teaching, you finished, man.
Man, done deal. You
finished. Once you stop doing this, you done.
Stick a fork in it.
Yeah, a big fork.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
Ye endured a great flight of afflictions, partly, verse 31, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, but call to remembrance the former days in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of affliction. Yeah,
because when you first came in, you wasn't getting butt hurt over, you were just happy to be, see, and that's the thing, like, what happened to that? Like, brothers just being happy to be there, man.
Yeah, right.
That's my spirit, I'm still just happy to still be here, the Lord's still able to use me.
That's right.
You know, you gotta be grateful, man.
That's right.
You know, like, hey, the Most High said he could have raised up rocks.
Man.
You know, but a lot of you guys, you get do too much, that pride get on you.
Yeah.
And then you start teaching bugged out
doctrines,
shit. Man. You know, and like I said, you stick out like a green thumb, and eventually the Lord brings judgment on you. And we in a time where the Lord's bringing judgment. That's you know, Apostle Tar was bringing out earlier how the Spirit, and the Lord had him coin that triple D.
That's right.
This is the year of the triple D, right? Death, destruction, and diligence, man.
That's right.
You know? Because, hey, if the Lord ain't with you, you ain't going to be diligent. Right. Only way you can be diligent in sincerity, because you can be diligent in wickedness, but as far as in the truth, maintaining your lot, enduring afflictions, enduring chastisements, enduring reprovals, is the Lord got to be with you, bottom line. You know? But go ahead.
Partly whilst he were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst ye become companions of them that were so used.
Now, Shlaki, is it verse 29? Can you read 29 real quick?
Or of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy who trodden underfoot the Son of the Most High?
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's what we should have started. Right. Okay. Because you got guys who went back in the world. Basically, it's like you trodden under your foot. You taking the truth and the Yahweh Shai just trampling it like some fucking pigs, man.
Right.
A lot of you niggas are pigs, man. A lot of you niggas that was once in the truth And you're not in the truth, you're pigs, man.
I can jump up to verse 26.